If you're looking for a better way to navigate the golf course and execute your tee shots with a little bit more precision, I use a strategy that allows me to be a little more one-dimensional depending on the club that I'm using. So in other words, when I'm using a driver to tee off on par 4s and par 5s, I'm mainly hitting a fade with that club. It doesn't matter if I'm trying to hit it as hard as I can or with a little bit more control. I try to make every single ball curve left to right. If I come to a tee box where that is not an option, maybe there's a tree just off the left edge of the tee box and I can't comfortably start my ball down the left side, what I do is I switch clubs and go to more of a 3 or a 4 wood. The reason this will be easier is because it allows me to change my ball position, which makes it easier for me to hit a draw. So because the ball is so far forwards in my stance with the driver, it's easier for me to get the club swinging a little bit more to the left of the target line or an out to in club path, which produces that fade ball flight that I like to see. By taking a fairway wood and placing the ball a bit more in the back of my stance, or in the center of my stance, but back relative to my driver, it makes it a lot easier for me to shift my club path inside to out, which produces draw spin on the golf ball without a major change to the general technique of my swing. So as I set up to the driver, I'm consciously making sure to put the ball as far forwards in my stance as I can be comfortable doing. I'm doing that in an effort to hit slightly on the upswing and increase my distance while also having an element of control. As I mentioned, this also gives me this feeling that the club is going to be swinging a bit more to the left of the target line as I make contact, which puts a nice consistent fade on the golf ball. If I come to a hole where a fade just doesn't quite fit what I'm trying to do, rather than change my swing, as I mentioned, I try to change my setup. So I'll go to my TSR 16-degree fairway wood, and when I set up to the golf ball, I'm going to consciously move the ball a bit back. I'll go at least one club head on the inside of my left foot, and occasionally I'll even go farther than that. To me, I get this sense of confidence that the ball is 100% going to curve right to left. I'll pull this shot out on really tight par 4s, holes where I'm hitting into a stiffer breeze and I'm looking for some element of control or a lower trajectory, or any time that I need the ball to curve right to left. Moving the ball position back allows me to hit the ball a little bit more from the inside, again, without making what feels like a giant swing change, and produces that right to left curve that I need in that situation. If you make those little adjustments, it'll help you swing with confidence and produce the ball flight that you need when you're on the golf course.